Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game that we're making! When we last left off, I just did another run of the final boss, got him tested, and I kind of like how he turns out. Now we're going to... first we're going to cure our poison. I don't think I've actually pointed this out yet, but poison in RPG Maker 1, I believe it causes 1 point of damage with every step you take. Yep, that's what it does. So we definitely want to cure that before we make our escape. Because there are some encounters along the way that we could potentially accidentally step into. I'm gonna make an effort not to step into them. Speaking of stepping into I was not expecting you to step down. So, as I was saying, speaking of stepping into things, here's one little drawback with RPG Maker 1. Events cannot trigger by bumping into you. Like, this sword is trying to bump into me right now, and in fact he is, but that's not how events can be triggered. Events can only be triggered either at the start of the map or by you interacting with them. So this sword, he can't attack me unless I bump into him. Now, given the enclosed space and the moment earlier, it is entirely possible to accidentally bump into the thing that's chasing you. Therein lies the challenge. But aside from that, yeah, kind of a unfortunate limitation with RPG Maker 1. Alright, so we're out here. Now I need to create a quick save because we're going to test out multiple situations. First off, okay, the bridge going under there is disappeared now. In fact, I just realized something I needed to do. So it's a good thing I looked over there. So, outside of the castle... Oh, actually, there's two things I need to do. First, I need to change the song that's playing for the editor again. And then, outside of the castle, we need to take over to event number 8 when we come onto this map. That way, the supports under the bridge appear. In case you're wondering why I need to have it take over to an event in order to trigger the supports, is because by default, the supports are 2 event tiles tall, and you cannot have events overlap. Not without having the graphic change during a script. Terrence is wondering why I'm not using RPG Maker MV given the limitations I was talking about earlier. Well, I'm using RPG Maker 1 here on the first PlayStation because this was the first RPG Maker released outside of Japan, and I kind of wanted to show what creating a game with this was like back in the day. While I'm here, do I have a snapshot? No, I'm gonna go ahead and put a snapshot here, perhaps. Or perhaps not. Let's see. Oop, I didn't want that option. But hey, while I'm accidentally choosing it, I might as well mention what this option here is. So, prohibit escape. You want to use this command when you want to prevent the player from using an escape spell to escape the dungeon. For example, if your character's been put into prison, you don't want them to use an escape spell and suddenly find themselves out of prison. No, you want them to work their way out of prison. Alright, so ending snapshot. No, not right here. I do, however, want to make sure there's a snapshot during the kaboom. No, I do not have one during the kaboom. So let's make sure we have one during the kaboom. Alright, back to testing. So we're going to test out the first ending situation, where we have all three characters. And we're being carried away on the rope. And there's a glitch I need to work on. Well, I guess it's time to go back to being a lava fall. Nah, I think instead I'll go find some gold to hoard. Preferably some lava-proof gold. Oh, there's another glitch. That's totally a glitch. I need to cancel out of the ending to make sure that this glitch is not a glitch. So back into the burned house. When this ending starts, we need to make the player reappear. So default, which reminds me, as long as I'm at it, during the final scene, we need the player to not be there. Now, as for that broken explosion, that's an easy fix. I have it set to explode on top of the party, when in actuality I need it to be on the event here, in the middle of the screen. I also need to figure out what to do about the explosion sound, because it totally does not last outside. It does not last through the whole transition, so is there a sound effect I could use that would be kind of like explodey? But would last longer? I suppose the only one that would actually last longer perhaps would be this one. Yeah. We'll go with that one. And during the kaboom, we'll also have that sound kind of be there. I also think I kind of want to wait a moment before having Daristrix do anything in this scene. Maybe. Yeah, we'll put a pause there before he speaks. Oh, actually, go back in there. And when he walks away, I think I'll go ahead and have him walk all the way off screen. So, after stepping down a few spaces, we'll we'll also have a move there. Or there. And just to double check, in the burned house, party down. Yep, I got the party facing down. Alright, let's test this again. Maybe there could be a longer pause there. Okay, what am I doing wrong there? Oh, I only put the party reappear under one condition. I need to have it be both conditions. In fact, it's a good thing I decided to check this, because I also need to make sure that this only triggers whenever we're in the ending. Alright, back to the kaboom. Let's go ahead and extend the amount of time before the camera starts fading out. And then at the epilogue start, make sure the song starts playing in both instances. And we'll wait a couple of seconds on the black screen before the music starts playing. Alright, try this again. You know what? Let's speed things up a little bit here. No, that might throw things off. In case you're wondering, I'm holding circle in order to walk over stuff that I'm not supposed to walk over. I was about to go up there and just trigger the last explosion so that we don't have to wait for the rope to get out of the way, but no. That would cause the party to be visible throughout the whole thing, since it's the rope that makes them not visible. There we go. Come here and kiss me, you monkey man, you. Hookie. And there's the love-making title screen. Screech. No, come back! Wait. Why am I a monkey? Congratulations, your adventure in the land of Steve has come to an end. For now. And as I said before, I've got this appearing in a regular message box, despite being broken up, because if I created it in a different text box, it would be spaced out wrong. It adds lines of spacing in between each lines with the other options. And so we get the helpful credits there. Let's just speed through them real quick. And then the song reset for some reason for this ending. That's kind of weird, that, considering normally it doesn't, because I am 100% certain that one game that I made, the music did not restart whenever it went to the ending. Lantis is asking when SK was in the stream. Oh, he wasn't. He left a comment over at YouTube. A suggestion over there. Okay, let me do one quick adjustment for the final scene. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Monkey Seed down one space lower. Why is it like that? Is it because... Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've used this option, so I want to actually set it to background music default for the ending. Then it will continue the song that's already playing. I had it set to change the song, which restarts the song. Okay. Now we need to do kind of some finagling here and there with a test event on the outside the castle. We need to first find out what happens. First, I'll go ahead and create a random person here. We'll go ahead and check. We'll have a blank message to show me that I've triggered her properly. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and... Party members. We're going to simulate if we left behind certain party members. So let's start by simulating if we left Jenny behind. And there goes Jenny falling. She got blown up. And is she darkened down this scene? Yep. She's all burnt to a crisp here. How does that look on the stream, by the way? Her features are still defined. She's not completely dark. Okay. So, good. She is still somewhat visible then. But you guys can also let me know. Are her features still defined? She's just dark? Roasted to crisp and that sort of thing? Because you never know with certain TVs. So that's that working properly. Let's also test out if we left behind Daristrix. In fact, let's not test that yet, because I don't think I have that set up properly now that I think about it. Or do I? I can't remember. But I gotta check ahead of time before we waste time going through the ending. So, let's see here. No. No, I do not. Okay. Good thing I checked first. So change screen to the default color starting off. And in the event where she's burnt to a crisp, doing the same thing. And then changing the color. So, simulating that we left Daristrix behind. There's an interesting side effect, by the way, that by having the scenery kind of reddened, it makes the blue sky not blue. Alright, is he still darkened? In actuality, in this case, his features are not so defined. So I might want to change how dark these characters are when they're covered in soot and that sort of thing. But on the bright side, going into this scene, everything's back to normal. So let me go ahead and change that. Make them a little less dark. Maybe 6 will be better. Inferno. Six. Kaboom. Six in both situations. Gotta make sure of that. And we're going to test out a situation... Oh, wait, I need to actually change the script. We're going to test out the situation where both characters were left behind. I don't know how likely it is that the player is going to be able to get through the final boss with just Monkey C, but you never know. Maybe they power leveled or something. I will also have to make sure to remember to remove this character before we're done. It's kind of fun testing a game with multiple endings, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Still kind of dark, but still better. I might lighten them a little bit more still. Alright, so that works. Now we also need to do one more test here to find out how this is set up if, say, for example, we never found Daristrix in the first place. So for that, I'm going to also turn off switch number 4, which is the switch where we got Daristrix. And I will go ahead and just raise their brightness, not much, just one more point. I'll do. Alright, here's the last one. And as planned, since we theoretically never got Daristrix in the first place, we skip his part of the ending. So, the ending works! And, I think that's it? Is there anything else? Because otherwise, we might be done with the game here. Of course, I want to make sure I get rid of that test character outside. So, let's go ahead and get rid of her. Thank you for helping me with the testing there, Miss Red Clothed Person, whoever you may be. Your usefulness has passed. Goodbye. And let's see here, what else? Let me consult my notes. So, well, there was one thing that I kind of wanted to bring up. Just to mention. So I will go ahead and bring that up right now. So, during the escape sequence, once you, of course, deal with the final boss and it starts crumbling, I have this song played. I could also increase how fast it plays in order to kind of make the moment a little bit more panicky, but the thing about RPG Maker 1 is these three options right here, volume, tempo, and reverb, are cancelled out whenever you get into any sort of encounter, whether it's a random encounter or an event encounter, so there's really no point in changing those options for this sequence. Now, aside from that, I think, yeah, we're ready to say that the game is done. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to card 2. I'm going to save everything. Now, I do need to make one final test run of this game, but not quite yet. I'll do that eventually. For now, though, there's something I kind of want to do here before we really close things out. Hopefully I have enough time to do this. There's another glitch that is of particular interest. And it's going to be kind of a tricky one, sort of, time-consuming possibly. So what I need to do starting off, I need to figure out which of these maps has the most memory. I'd say it's going to be this one. I'm also going to go ahead and remove the memory cards from my PlayStation 2, just in case something gets corrupted whenever I do this. I already showed off the equipment cancel glitch a while back. This one's something a little bit more interesting. So, I am currently trying to use up all of my remaining memory, because, well, you have a limited amount of memory, obviously, but there is a trick that seemingly allows you to have even more memory to use up. It's a way to seemingly extend your memory limit. Now, which of these pages, we'll go with this one. Oh, hold on a sec. Wrong option. First... yeah, we'll go with Slime Hole. And now that I did that, that leaves us with just 11 memory left. Now, I need to consult a web page real quick. We're going to trigger something that is called the negative memory glitch. And this was suggested to show off by Sean Forbes, who created a game I did a run-through a while ago called Defenders of Light. You should definitely check that one out. It's an interesting game. Not great, but good. So let's see here. So the instructions are to use all of RPG Maker's scenario data, except leave approximately 1 remaining. So what can I do that would use up a little bit more memory? We could do that. Okay. So 1 memory. Use the snapshot command and copy it. Okay, so the snapshot command... A lot of options are no longer highlighted because I don't have enough memory for them, but I have enough memory to use a snapshot. Now paste the snapshot until the memory becomes a negative value. Well, that apparently doesn't work. Unless I use cut and then paste. No. Well, I suppose I probably should have tested this glitch out ahead of time. I know it's possible, but, there's apparently something missing in Sean Forbes' instructions, because I can't get it to trigger. It does work, but whatever the method is, I don't have it. That's kind of unfortunate. Let me look over the instructions one more time. Use the snapshot command and copy it, possibly delete it also. And now paste the snapshot until memory becomes a negative value. No, that doesn't work. Darn. Okay, well, I might have to create a separate video for that then, because I don't know what the method is and I can't seem to trigger it. So, some other time. For now, we are pretty much done with this stream. And in the next stream, it will be the final Magma Opus stream. And I will be doing a full test run of the game. I'll probably do it so that I'll probably skip Darastrix to see what it's like trying to beat the game without a dragon on my side. Aside from that, that'll be the end of yeah, I already said. I don't really have time to do a test run of the game right now, so that's why I'm ending the stream a little early here. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I gotta go. Bye!